2,000 points, Chaos Space Marines Alpha Legion. Leading us off, we got the level 3 Sorcerer up front there. Haven't rolled for his powers yet. We got 9 Tzeentch Marines going to be rolling with in this decked out Rhino. Got the extra storm, or the extra combi bolter and a havoc launcher. We got 2 Hellbrutes, Alpha and Omega. We have a 10-man Mark to Khorne right here. Leader's got lightning claws, no special weapons. They're going to be in that Rhino. Also the same with the combi bolter and a havoc launcher. We got 2 5-man squads, each with a plasma gun and a sergeant with a power maul. No mark. And then in the back we got 10 Nurgle Marines with 2 melta guns. They're going to be in that Rhino. Also the same with the combi bolter havoc launcher. We got 3 Predators. 2 are standard. Well, not really standard, but we got the autocannon heavy bolters. They got a combi bolter and a havoc launcher on there as well. The one in the middle there has just got the 3 las cannons, and then that one's the same. They all have everything that can has the warp flame gargoyles, so we got a lot of soul blaze. And then we got Papa Helldrake over here, who got a little nerfed in 7th edition, but we'll see. This is the first time I'll be able to use him, and we'll see how good he does. So that is 2,000 points, Chaos Space Marines Alpha Legion. Alright, here's some of the psychic powers I got. I got Force, obviously. Then I got Spontaneous Combustion and Inferno. Rolled on Pyromancy, trying to get a lot of Witchfire powers. And then I'm a Tzeentch, so I got Tzeentch's Firestorm, Primaris, and then lost my Chaos Psychic powers, but that one's going to be the Boon or whatever. Roll on the Boon table.
This is 2,000 points of Imperial Guard. Try to do a mechanized list here. For HQs, I have 2 veteran squads. 1 with Yarick and a Primary Psyker. 1 with Lord Commissar and another Primary Psyker. Then I got my Tech Marine. And then I got my Wordvane Psyker squad. 2 Chimeras for each of my veteran squads. 3 Scout Sentinels. 2 Armored Sentinels with autocannons. 1 Hellhound. 2 Leman Russ Vanquishers. And a squad. Executioner Plasma. And then Punisher Gatling Gun. And that's it.
Alright, here is deployment. We got the Vanguard Strike. Just quick shot where the objectives are. We got objective number 6 right here. Objective number 2 right there. Objective number 5.
4.
Number 4 is right there. Number 1 and number 3. And here's the Alpha Legion. I got D3 infiltrating units, only the 1 infiltrated. It's the Nurgle, and they infiltrated right there. And then everything else just formed a line to run forward. You got a 5-man right up there, a couple rhinos. Got the Predator, Hellbrute, Predators, and another Hellbrute. And then on the other end of the board, and the Helldrakes coming in from reserves, obviously. We got 2 tanks. These are not a squad, they're just the 2 tanks. Those are a squad, 2 Vanquisher tanks. We have 2 Chimeras right over there. And Hellhound somewhere, right? Or is that Alpha? Oh, well, then we got this crazy squad in here. It's the Psychers, Wordvane Psychers in that building. And the Tech Marine. We also have the Scout Sentinels, or regular Sentinels. And then they're coming in from reserves as well as the Hellhound. So there's that. We're going to do a little steal the initiative action. If not, Alpha Legion's going first. And, well, no. Alright, Alpha Legion's turn 1. That was end of Alpha Legion turn number 1. Not much happened, just moved some guys up. Those guys up there ran. These guys just went up 6 and shot into the Tech Marine squad in that building and didn't put a wound on anybody. This guy stayed still, shot the Wordvane Psychers, killed 2 of them, set them on fire. This autocannon heavy bolter one also shot in there and also killed another one. The las cannon pred shot at the tank straight ahead there, but he made his cover save. It is night fighting, so he had a 4 up. This hell brute crept around the corner, ran up to try and get that objective, but failed. And that was the turn. While these guys went flat out to grab that objective, did some snap firing and didn't hit anybody. So that was the end of the turn, but I did score some points. I had D3 for controlling 3, and also secure objective 6, which I stole from him. It's apparently the special mission that we're playing in this game. It's mission number 4. And then score 1 if I control number 1, which I did from the Nurgle guys, and then I successfully manifested 2 psychic powers to get that point there. So that was end of Alpha Legion turn 1. We also made the Weird Vein Psychers break, but they're not off the board yet. Alright. End of Imperial Guard turn 1, and they did First Blood, but starting off we had the Weird Vein Psychers regrouped. They tried to cast Prescience on those guys, but ended up failing. I don't think there was much movement. These guys probably shuffled over a little bit. The Tech Brain kind of ran in the middle of the tanks there. The 2 Chimeras on the left flank kind of zoomed up there. They also shot 2 Hunter Killers, 1 from each, into the Hell Brute, and ended up putting a pen on him, and only did shook him. And then the other one got a glance, but I ended up saving it with the 6 up night fighting cover save. Oh yeah, and then one of the Psychers in here tried to do a Witchfire against him. He got it off on Perils of the Warp, and then the Lord Commissar shot him in the face. And then the 2 tanks lit up here. They're not a squad, so he started off with the Punisher and the Heavy Bolters, and ended up putting 4 hull points. I saved 1, and so it got wrecked. The Nurgle Marines hopped out to where the Plasma Cutioner over here just fucking ripped into him. But I had a 3 up cover save and lost 4 guys, but they still broke and are now running away. That was the end of the turn, and 1 point was scored for Manifest a Successful Psychic Power. Got him a point, but ended up losing a Psyker because he got shot in the face. So that was the end of the turn. That was end of Alpha Legion turn number 2. Pretty good turn for us here. These guys stayed still because I drew the objective for number 6 again. Those guys ran around the corner, that 5-man. They're just running around waiting for something to do. Pretty much this tank flatted out. That tank flatted out. This tank just moved up 6. He also flatted out because I couldn't find any targets. He shot into the Tech Marines guys and set them on fire, which is wrong side. Right there. Hey, there we go. Killed 1 guy, set him on fire, but then the Soul Blaze went out. Nurgle Marines regrouped 3 inches and just shot bolters into those same guys and didn't hit because they're snap shooting. Hellbrute just ran forward. Let's see. He shot into the tanks again and didn't do anything, only hit once and didn't pen. Helldrake came on, did a vector strike on that vehicle, put 1 hull point on it. And then, since he took a glance last turn, he got the Rage special rule this turn. Charged the Rhino and blew it up. The guys got out, but they're unaffected otherwise. The Soul Blaze on the Weird Vein Psychers killed 2, and they failed their morale check and ran off the board. So that was the end of the turn, and I ended up scoring 2 points. I had control objective 2, which is right there, and objective 6 again. So got a nice little collection of cards over there, and it is now Imperial Guard turn number 2. End of Imperial Guard number 2. I think everything except for the Hellhound came on. The 1 Sentinels came in on that side, the other ones came in on that side, right there. And that was it for that. A little bit of moving. The Punisher switched over there to fire at my guys. And that was about it for moving. These guys here issued an order to not twin link, but to give tank gunners to the Melta gunners in that Chimera to blow up the Hellbrute. He blew up and ended up killing one of those guys, and then they ran over there. These tanks here again shot at my Predator, put a hull point and made him only fire snapshots this turn. The Executioner Plasma, that's what it's called, shot into here and killed 4 guys, I want to say. And then the Sentinel shot into him and killed another 1. He passed his leadership, so there's 1 melt-a-gun left. The Punisher lit these guys up, put 12 wounds, and only failed 1 armor save, which is the first time that's ever happened for me. Horrible rolling armor saves. These guys shot an autocannon over there, hit with 1, and put a wound, but I saved it. And I think that was the turn. There wasn't anything else? No, not missing anything else. He got 1 point for killing a character, which was the Nurgle Sergeant. And now it is turn 3. Also, I've not been talking about the Psychic phase much. It hasn't really done anything, at least on my end. He got Prescience on his squad, and then he got another power, Foreboding, or something like that. Misfortune, and I ended up denying it on 3 6s, which was pretty cool, but new Psychic phase, kind of lame. Came down to the end of Alpha Legion turn number 3. Had a pretty interesting turn. Let's start off with some moving. Tanks kind of shuffled forward. This tank moved forward, did some psychic powers, didn't do anything with the psychic powers, then immobilized itself in the junk. This guy tried to cross that thing and immobilized himself. He did some snap shooting into that and didn't hit. What happened over here? These guys got soul blazed from, it was the Predator. Shot over here, killed a guy, and then put him on fire. But then soul blaze went out. All the way over here, melt a guy, did a shot into here, couldn't pin that tank. The Hellbrute shot the Melta into here. Got a pin and made it shaken, or stunned, I mean. They can't move or shoot, so that's a 1 whole point down. These guys tried to charge it and failed. Hellbrute tried to charge it and failed. This guy right here, shot into those guys over there and failed to do anything. I think he made a cover save. But then one of these guys, the Helldrake, Vector struck that one, immobilized him, so now he broke off the group. And then the Helldrake flamed the Servitor crew and the Engine Seer, killed 1 guy with the flamer, and then set him on fire, and that ended up killing the other 2 guys. So that was awesome. Soul Blaze for the win. And then I also scored another 2 points for controlling Objective 5 and number 1. So that was into turn 3. That was the end of the Imperial Guard turn number 3. It was a pretty good turn. He knocked out a shit ton of vehicles. But we'll start with reserves. The Hellhound came in and tank shocked this squad. And they fell back. They failed their morale check. And then he tank shocked them again, and they fell back 4 inches. And then he was still in line for him, so he tank shocked them a 3rd time, and they fell back another 4 inches. So they were tank shocked 3 times. That's pretty hilarious, and they're falling back right now. And then these guys shot into him and didn't do anything. Oh, actually, the autocannon shot into the Rhino and didn't do anything. This guy snap fired into the Rhino and got a couple hits, but no glances. The big one, though, cast a couple psychic powers. He did the prescience on these guys here, and then also did a malediction misfortune, which makes any shooting attacks have rending against that tank. And so he shot into him with the Meltas here after he did his order to split fire. So he had a Melta going over there, and then a demo charge and 2 Meltas on this one. And he blew up this one hands down easily. Didn't quite get that one. But then the other 2 tanks over here finished the job there. The Sentinels, they broke off, so it's just the 2. They shot in there, tried to do some stuff, and didn't do anything. But then the 1 Sentinel, who was broke off, ended up killing my last Nurgle Marine. This tank here put a bunch of plasma cannon shots on, used to be the Rhino there, and the other Predator. Killed the Predator, ended up glancing the Rhino to death because it was already immobilized and got an immobilized result. So my Warlord and his retinue got out there. Passed their pinning test because apparently a Chaos Sorcerer is not fearless. Just learned that today. And that was the turn, so it was pretty devastating. I think he scored some points. We'll see. How many points did you score?
I scored 1 for the mysterious objective and 1 for kicking you off my table edge.
Alright, so he has 3 scoring units in his table edge. The flyer doesn't count, so he got that one, and then also identified all the mysterious objectives. So that was a good turn, and we're going to go to Alpha Legion, turn number 4. Alright, just a little editing note. We looked up the rules for tank shock. We thought that you couldn't shoot afterwards. Couldn't find anywhere under the tank shock rules or under the tank that says you can't shoot like it used to. So they shot at these guys and they fell back again. So they fell back 4 times in that one turn. So that was pretty hilarious. Alright. Alright, Alpha Legion, turn 4, I think, I'm assuming. Yeah, I think it was turn 4. Yeah, sounds about right. Turn 4, it was a good one. These guys stayed still, but I drew an objective for take number 6 for like the 3rd time, so those guys have just been racking up some points. These guys regrouped, snap fired into him with the plasma, and actually got a glance, so that was cool. Hellbrute shot the Melta, put a glance, and then charged that the Punisher and blew it up. The Helldrake, since we're over there, Vector struck that Plasma Cutioner, didn't do anything. Flamed those 2 guys and ended up putting a glance on the one. Or actually, no, put a pen on it, and now it's snap firing. What else happened? These guys moved up 6 past the Dangerous Train. They hopped out, threw a crack grenade into that Punisher and didn't do anything. The tank here shot over at this squad and didn't hurt anybody. These guys moved up, rapid fired in, killed like 1 guy, and then I had the burning brand in there and ended up killing like 3 guys. Yeah, 3 more guys. They were set on fire. Also, something else shot at them too. Can't remember. Was it that? No? Cause something else? Oh,
That was the Rhino. That just didn't. This Predator.
yeah, no, that Predator shot at those guys.
Right.
Yeah.
That's it. What else are you talking
No, I thought I shot something else at these guys down here.
That whole squad.
Yeah, no, but they had soul blaze.
Psychic powers, fucking all
Psychic
kinds of
powers
crazy
on them
shit.
too. All kinds of crazy shit, burning it down. And then that shot over there and ended up not doing anything but put a soul blaze on him. No, it did got a glance, right, or some kind of crazy shit. But then I also got the objective for have 3 units in the enemy's deployment zone, which I have the Hellbrute,
right now,
and have the Rhino and that guy. So that was the D3.
Shit. Fuck it.
Fuck it. Fucking shit up over here. Alpha Legion. Oh yeah. Into Imperial Guard, turn number 4. The Hell, whatever this fucking thing's called, Hellhound, zoomed over here to grab this objective. Went flat out. Pretty much both these squads here issued orders and the tank, and they all fired into the Zinch Marines and killed like 2 of them, then charged up. They won combat by 2, but we stuck around.
Guard combat.
My librarian's fighting his psyker, or my sorcerer is fighting his psyker, and we just both whiffed each other. Right over here, he ran up trying to get this objective here, but kind of whiffed, only got 2. The big one, though, the Executioner, went into the Corn Marines right there, and there's only 1 left hiding in that corner. He made a cover save. The rest were just horribly obliterated. Sentinels just ran, I just said that, but these 2 guys ended up blowing up the other Predator that was right there. So now I only have the 1 Rhino left alive for vehicles and the Helldrake. And then there's this combat here. He ended up scoring 1 point for taking objective number 2. Couldn't quite get the other one, which was objective number 1. So that was the end of the turn. Starting up number 5. That was the end of Alpha Legion number 5. It actually was not a very good turn, but we ran up, took this objective there. I pulled it as the card. Helldrake, Vector struck over there, failed the pen or glance. These guys shuffled over here and tried to shoot this to get something, and the plasma gun overheated and killed himself. They haven't done anything all game, must have been caked with dust, backfired and blew his head off. Let's see. This guy went up. He went for a long shot. He shot into there and tried to charge and failed his charge. Hellbrute ended up blowing up the Plasmacutioner, so that was a bonus. Hellbrute's been fucking on spot this game. This guy shot into the Sentinels as well, the Rhino, and didn't do anything because they're obviously still standing there. And then in hand-to-hand, whoop, right there, I got off force, but it didn't matter. Or I didn't get off force. I double wand, and apparently that's not a peril anymore, but that's cool. But I did end up putting a wound on the Psyker, and then I didn't kill anybody with the rest of my attacks, and then those guys got horribly slaughtered. And there's a Lord Commissar, like, thinks he's badass or something. So it's coming down to the wire. It's the end of Alpha Legion turn 5 and the start of Imperial Guard turn 5, and perhaps the last of the game. And I ended up getting 1 point for controlling that objective, and losing 1 point because the special scenario, that was the other card I had, was for objective number 2. And so Imperial Guard got that one. There we go. Kind of flubbed a little bit. Forgot to get Imperial Guard turn 5. And then we just wrapped up 6 both ways together. And the game ended, but let's get you a little going here. So end of Imperial Guard turn 5. This guy came over here, tank shocked, and then shot those guys and ended up killing the sergeant. Over here the combat went on. I ended up taking 1 wound from, not from Yarrick, but from the other guys fighting around him. Because apparently I'm in a challenge, but everything just fucking hit me in the back. It's fine. Let's see. These guys never really did anything. The Sentinels. The tanks kept shooting at my Hellbrute and only ended up putting 2 pins on him. And so he is still alive. But then I could never get to hand with him. I always came so. The Helldrake kind of didn't do anything at the end. He tried to Vector Strike the last 2 turns and didn't get any pins or glances. On the end of turn, or my turn 6, the start of turn 6, my Warlord got killed. And so these guys came out, and then so he got the D3 for that. And then he ended up getting that objective 2 at the very end. And I didn't get any. So that was the game. This is all that's left. We got the 2 guys there, 1 Sentinel over there. You got Yarrick and both his HQs, Yarrick, the Lord Commissar, and a little squad. He's got 2 guards there. He's got the Hellhound over here and the Sentinel. And I have 1 guy right there fighting the Sentinel. I got those 3 guys. The Helldrake and the Hellbrute. And that is it. And then we just counted it up. And in an epic fashion, after the D3 rolls, because we saved that till the end so it'd be a little more suspenseful, if you will, it ended up 15 for the Alpha Legion and 16 for the Guard. So yay, 0-8 on camera and like 0-12 otherwise. But it was a really fun game. Really interesting with the tactical objectives. There's a lot of bookkeeping. But it's pretty cool, pretty fun, especially now that everything's scoring. I still would like to know whether these guys can tank, shock, and shoot, but still couldn't find anything, so we were doing it. Psychic phase. It seems more powerful, but not really. But we didn't really ever get any powers off that even mattered. Except for pre-science, he got off a couple times, but even then it didn't really even matter. Never really needed to reroll the hit. So that was the game, and it was really fun. 7th edition's out, and we'll be doing a lot more in the future. Enjoy.